Winning journalist and the author of a book on the Big Dig, which I have right here. And Dan, this is a project that has been beset with problems at every turn.
It has. I've been a student of the project for 17 years. I worked on the project for 7, and I've been studying it outside of the project for 10, and it never ceases to amaze me.
We're talking about a light fixture that it measures 10 feet. And you know, it's 100, or should I say 110 pounds by 8 feet, okay? And it fell in the middle of a morning commute on a Tuesday, February 8th. It didn't hit anybody, no one was injured, but pretty incredible when you think something that size fell and nothing happened. They got away with one there.
And these tunnels carry enormous volumes of traffic.
Sure.
There are about a couple 100,000 vehicle trips through those tunnels every single day, maybe more.
And that's just one of what we've told you is 23,000 lights. I mean, there's a lot of lights to inspect here.
When you get to that 23,000 number, I was in those tunnels when they were being built.
Yeah.
I was amazed by that number. But when you think about it, inside of those tunnels are 161 lane miles of highway. And it's a well-lit tunnel, so you can imagine the lights that add up pretty quickly.
What about the fact that, you know, February 8th this incident took place, and now we're learning of it today?
Well, I see two issues here, two media issues. One is the sensation of the tunnel falling apart. It's a $15 billion tunnel. And the second is that we're finding out 5 weeks later. As a former public information officer on the Big Dig, if it were my executive decision, I would have come out with it right away. I mean, there's no reason to sit on this, at least from where I sit.
And we're talking about corrosion, and this is a project that's really relatively young, is it not?
It's in the life of a tunnel, it's brand new. I mean, you think about a car, maybe it's old at 10 years. A tunnel is built to last 100, and we're only a few years into it.
Not to mention corrosion. I would think, you know, given its proximity to the harbor and salt water and sea air being on the coast.
This is a systemic problem. You can avoid the rhetoric and just go right to the reaction. They're looking at everything. 23,000 fixtures, that means 10 on each fixture, 10 clips on each fixture. That's 230,000 clips that they're looking at. But salt is in the air, and tunnel ventilation systems, and we have the biggest in the world, pull salt air from the ocean and from the air into the tunnel system. So salt air traveling through the tunnel year-round, and then during the season, those trucks carry tunnel water, salt water, kicking up on the roads for miles.
Interesting to know, Sharon Sacchetti said that they visually inspected these for some time, it appeared, and now they're going in physically inspecting these.
Well, that was a crisis after the 2006 tunnel collapse of the ceiling. There wasn't a handbook that was issued by the federal government on how to inspect a tunnel. Now there is, but the details of the architectural accoutrements, the railings, the lighting fixtures, the sensors, I think that's going to be another chapter in this book of examination.
Do you think we're ever going to see the day when this $15 billion project is going to, we're going to look back and say, you know, all right, it had a few flaws in the beginning, but ultimately it was a good thing.
And this is the book on how to write, how to build, rebuild America's infrastructure. Exactly.
So you don't think you'll ever see that day, I guess?
I don't think so.
No. All right, well, Dan McNichol, appreciate your stopping by tonight.
You know, Mark.
Good insight. Maria?